Welcome to the Roadrunner 89 Investment Network, where we talk about interracial love and marriage. Hope you enjoy. Swirl to Investment. All right. How is everybody doing today? It's good to see you, Martini girl. Good to see you. Kevin's in the house. Hey, Kevin. Welcome. Uh, Bonnie Davis. Okay. Hello. How's everybody doing today? I got a show that's in the day for once. It's not crazy late at night for once while I've been doing my show. Hashtag Black Woman, good to see you. Or Black Women. Hashtag Black Women, sorry. Good to see you here. Today I'm going to be doing a reaction on a fellow content creator from across the pond there. And you've probably seen it. Two black women have done a reaction, so I think it's time for a white man to do a reaction on it. And if you see the title, Jealousy and Anger over Black Women, White Men Relationships, okay? We know that some of the BMs get upset, especially the beta kings, when they see black women with white men. And especially if you're successful. They do not like to see that. Yeah, I'm glad this has been requested, and I wanted to do it. I'm motivated to do this reaction. Look, I've been looking for the video, and his channel's not, he don't use his name. But anyway, he's in an interracial relationship, okay? He's in a black man, white woman relationship. Nothing wrong with that. But he explains his feelings about how he feels when he sees black women with white men. And we know a lot of black men feel this way, right? We see it, but he actually admits it. And we're going to do a little reaction on this. And I'll tell you what I think. And you can tell me what you think in the comment section. And, but I think this is much needed. This is something we can learn on. And let me get the copyright disclaimer. Sorry, I forgot to put that up there. But let me get this put up real quick. So we... All right. All right. Okay, this here is the copyright disclaimer. Fair use. Okay? We're going to be using this video for education, commentary, and opinions. Okay, and we're going to have fun, learn something here, see how other people's perspective. Okay, and I want to thank the gentleman that put up this video, because we can learn from it. And let me go ahead and put this up here. Okay, and the guy's channel is called I. Okay, and I want to thank him for making this video because we can learn from it. And I could show you how some black men think when it comes to interracial relationships. We already know, but he admits it. And anyway, without further ado, let me go ahead and bring this up.
And welcome to I.
Okay, shout out to I. Thank you for your comment or your content. Okay, Anyway, let's go ahead and play it.
In today's video, yes, I am back again and I am by myself. I have made another video with Iris, but we haven't gotten around to editing it
Okay, you seen that? That's his wife. He's in an interracial marriage, okay?
yet. Well, we're currently editing it at this present moment. But until then, I thought it would be nice to have a chat, mano a mano, about some pretty personal stuff, if I need to be honest with you. The subject today that I'm going to discuss is something that I have never discussed with anybody else. And it is about my feelings. And it may be offensive to some of the people who are going to be watching this video. And I'm going to see if I feel like I need to apologize by the end of this video.
Just go ahead and apologize now.
Or not. I'm just going to go into this, guys, because I don't even know where to start. Ever since the beginning, for a long time, decades, I've had this feeling inside me. And this feeling has come from somewhere deep within. This is not something that I have that has been taught to me. My parents didn't teach this to me. I didn't grow up even around my culture, right? I mean, I spent time in Jamaica, but I didn't really infuse myself within my own ethnicity, within my own people as I was growing older.
Okay, he's telling his life story. Get on with it.
I had friends from all over the world, people of many different races, cultures, ethnicities. So I was never taught that this is the way it should be. What am I talking about? I'm talking about my feelings when I see a black woman with a white man. There, I said it. For a long time, every time I saw a black woman with a white man, something would come over me. I don't know what it was. I have felt it. I don't know whether it's rage or jealousy or envy. It could be a combination of all three, but there is something there. It still happens even today. Somehow, I feel like...
Okay, first of all, he has jealousy and rage, and he don't know what it is. First of all, you're married, okay? You really shouldn't be thinking about what's going on with a Brad and a Keisha because you have a wife. Your attention should be on your wife. Your thoughts should be with your wife, your desires. And, within my marriage, I'm married to a black woman, and I'm not worried about some Tyrone with a Becky. I don't care. I don't even think about it because my focus and my love is towards my wife. So I think he needs to get some therapy and because if you're thinking of other women, I don't know. That to me is kind of a red flag. Um I don't know. Maybe he still loves black women but married to a white woman. I don't know, but it just seems weird to have some jealousy and anger about a relationship that you don't even know the people that are in it. But anyway, let's continue.
Not that... Oh, goodness. I'm going to sound incredibly now, but I'm trying to be careful because I'm not. Sometimes I feel like as a black man, we own our women.
See, that's the problem right there. You don't own nobody, sir. You don't own... People are people. The only woman you could say that is yours is your wife. And when you're married, you belong together. Other than that, you don't own no woman whether she has the same skin tone or not. Whether you're from the same racial group or ethnicity, you don't own her. She has every right and the freedom to go where she wants to go. Anyway, continue.
They belong to us and nobody else. And for a long time, I've had this conflict inside my mind. As you guys already know, I have dated outside my race before. I'm currently with a woman who is, not of my kin, not of my culture, not of my background. That, in fact, we couldn't be more different in terms of our backgrounds.
Okay, sorry. Let me say this. Okay? First of all, you have a wife, you have a family, you have kids. Okay? That should be your focus, not what other people are dating. And you don't know nobody. They don't belong to you. And they don't have to be race loyal to you. Um, people have the right and the freedom to be with whoever they want to be with. Okay? And focus, sir, you got a wife. Your wife looks pretty. Looks like you got a good family. Focus on your family. Okay? Don't focus on other relationships. Okay? And if you have jealous or anger feelings, you need to get therapy. Okay? Because something's wrong there. And think about this. Um, how would your wife feel? How does she feel about it? How would you feel if your wife got upset because she saw white men dating black women? How would that make you feel? Wouldn't that piss you off? Wouldn't you be like, wait, why aren't you focusing on me? Um, to me, that seems weird. It seems to me that's disrespectful. And if you got a issue with other people dating, um, I don't know, but I thank you for your honesty because most men won't admit this. Okay, but he is honest. We got to give him that. But anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, I'm with her and I love her and we have children together. It could come across to some people what I'm going to say today to be very, I don't know, like I'm a hypocrite. This is where the conflict lies. The conflict lies in that when I see a black man with a white woman, I'm walking down the road, I see a black man with a white woman, I don't feel the same way. When I see a white man with an Asian woman, I don't feel the same way. I don't care. It's only when I see a black woman with a white man, or with, not in fact, not even with a black woman with a white man, a black woman with any other man other than a black man. Any other man. Something goes through me.
Hey, did you guys catch that? I think I caught some contradiction there. He said he had some kind of feelings with a black woman with a white man, but not with another man. But then he said with any man. I don't know if you caught that. So he's saying he don't mind a black woman with other men except a white man, but then he said with any man. So what is it? What do you have a problem with? Is it black women with white men or black women with non-black men? I don't know. Which is it? But anyway, let's continue.
And I want to talk about that today because I think for a long time I was trying to fight it, but something inside me tells me that this is something that I need to deal with in a different way. What am I talking about? We're going to get into this now, guys. Please like, please subscribe, please share this video. We will really appreciate that. Thank you very much in advance.
And if you guys want to subscribe, his channel is I. If you want to check out his videos. But anyway.
What am I talking about this for? I was driving with Iris somewhere. I can't remember where we were going. Only yesterday. And she said something which was quite profound. I don't know where she comes up with these subjects from. But anyway, she said to me that she would want our daughter to be with a black man. That is what she said to me. Now, our daughter is half white, half black, right? But she said herself, and I have never, tried to persuade her to think in a certain way. But she said, I would want, when our daughter grows up, I don't want her to be with a white man. I want her to be with a black man. She said there are too many white men out there who will look at her as being something that should be coveted because she is different. Now, some of you may be okay with that, but I don't think that's the reason a man should go after a woman. I think a man should go after a woman, not because she's different, but because he likes other aspects of her. I think she was talking about our daughter when she's older being fetishized. A black man is not going to fetishize over a black woman.
That is a damn lie. Oh, black men do not fetishize. No, sir. Black men are the ones that fetishize the most. Okay, I know white men get that label put on us, right? That stereotype. But no, sir. Black men do fetishize women. Black, white, Asian, all women. Okay? And I'll tell you something else. Not only do black women fetishize more, but black men pump and dump more than any group of men, hands down. And there are men in every group that do the pump and dump, but black men do it the most. The most out of birth rate is in the black community, caused by black men. Okay? And I'm going to be fair and say, yeah, it happens in every group, but black men lead the way with this. So if you want to keep your daughter away from a white man because you're afraid of her being fetishized, how about being afraid of her being a single mother, being pumped and dumped? Okay? And yeah, any group of men can do this, but who leads the way? Look at the stats. All right? And you saying that a black man don't fetishize black women is a total lie. It is. I mean, it's just totally wrong. It's a lie. We see it in every day in this world, okay? So this fetishizing thing is a bunch of crap. I mean, it's played out. It's something they keep running with. But when you have the highest out of wedlock birth rate, are you really going to worry about the fetishizing? What is worse, being a single mother or the chance you might get fetishized? All groups of people do it, men and women fetishize each other. Okay? That is the dumbest thing. Let's look at marriage rates too. Okay? When it comes to black women, white men, they are the most successful when it comes to marriages. When it comes to black men and white women, they are the worst statistically. Okay? And look, I'm glad you're married. You have a family. That's beautiful. Keep it up. Stay focused on your wife. Don't worry about what a black woman's doing, okay? Don't do it. Okay? Need some therapy, need some help, because look, jealousy's not a good thing. Being angry, okay? Focus on your wife. You love your wife, you won't even be thinking about other women. Like I said, I'm married to a black woman, so I don't care what Becky does or who she's with. I don't care. That's her right, that's her choice. Hey, God bless her, hope it works out. But I'm focused on my wife. And sir, you should be too. Okay? But I appreciate your honesty because a lot of men like you feel this way. And we know it. Jealousy, rage, and it's true. But I thank you for the video. I thank you for your honesty. But focus on your wife. Look. Keep your eyes on your wife. Look, 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 look. Your wants, your desires, your emotions, your love, that belongs to your wife and no other woman. Okay? Anyway, let's continue.
It led on to further conversations, and I really did think about from there on in, yeah, I think I would want that too. For me, actually, it's not even a question. There isn't a question about it. I would want my daughter to be with a black man, or even with someone of mixed heritage, just like she is. Someone who...
Okay, so really, I think this guy really has a problem with white men. I think that's what it is. Okay, he says he'd rather his daughter be with a black man or mixed heritage or mixed race like his daughter, biracial, right? Okay, I'm going to be honest, and I know this is going to offend people, okay? If my daughter's got with a black man, I would cringe. I'd be worried, okay? And it's not that I got anything against black men. It's just the stats don't bear out very well, okay? And I know my daughters being biracial are a preference, okay? But I would kind of feel a little bit of the opposite. And, but my son with a black woman, I would highly welcome it. I would even encourage it, and I have, just because the character I see in black women. But that's their choice. Once they're adults, they can do what they want, regardless of how I feel. And your kids, same way, sir. If they choose to be with white people, they can. Um, but you know, anyway, but that's just my thoughts. Okay. But anyway, let's continue.
Would love her for who she is. I don't even know where I'm going to
Well, a white man would love her for who she is if he's a good man.
with this, guys. I just think we came out with this, we had this conversation, and I just thought, wait a minute. I've always had this problem burning inside me, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know where it comes from. And although I've managed to control it, I still feel this sense of rage. Something. I don't even know whether it's anger. I don't know what it is, but it's something like rage, like me being vexed a little bit. It comes out, and it doesn't manifest itself because I don't allow it. I don't look at couples. I don't give couples the dirty eyes. What are you doing?
Oh no, but you get caught up in your feelings, though. You do, and why should you have that rage? What do you care? I mean, you're married, guy. I mean, you got a pretty wife, you got a family. I mean, focus on the blessing you got. Quit worrying about black women and what they're doing. In fact, when you see them with a white man, you should say, thank God, they found love. And you know what? Statistically, she has a better chance of having a successful marriage. But hey, if you're getting caught in your feelings about this, stay tuned, because there's something going on. There's a shift that's going to happen. And we're going to see more interracial marriages every day. And I think it's about to explode in the coming years. You're going to see more black women opening up their options. And you're going to see more white men coming for black women, to date and marry them, to have children with them. Okay? It's already happening. And, don't be surprised if Brad rolls up and gets the most brightest and smartest and best of the best of black women. Okay, that's going to happen. Well, wait a minute, it's already happening. Okay, um, but hey, it is what it is. But choose someone of character, and maybe you know, you married your wife, you didn't pump enough, and I give you credit for that. That's awesome. Um, maybe you're that unicorn, but don't focus on other women. It's going to mess you up. Okay. Focus on your wife. That's the most important woman in your life, or should be, right? Anyway, let's continue.
Because, people could say the same thing about me. And the thing is, people do say the same thing about me. I have a woman who is very beautiful.
So why are you worrying about black women, sir?
And I know when I'm walking down the street, and I'm walking down the street down here in West Vienna, the little Balkan regions, little Serbia. When I'm walking down here, I know that men are thinking the same way that I think about black women. I know.
No, you don't know. First of all, let me give you a little secret. Okay, I'm sure there's white men that think like you, yes, that get jealous or whatever. But truth be told, white men in today's world, we really don't care. We see a black man with a white woman, we don't even think about it. It's not even a thing. And in fact, the black men we know that are with white women, a lot of times we'll try to show that, hey, that's great. We try to uplift the situation. And actually, we think it's a good thing. And especially those of us that date and marry black women, when we see a black woman or a black man with a white woman, we look at it as a positive. You know why? Because if he could do that, I could do that too. I learned to swirl from black men, watching black men with white women. And as I was a little kid and then growing up, I said, wait a minute. If they're doing it, I could go the other way with it. Right? That was a positive. I never looked at as a negative for a black man to be with a white woman. I never did. And maybe because my attraction was towards black women, so I really didn't care. In fact, I'd get my feelings more hurt seeing black men with black women. Maybe maybe that sounds kind of weird, right? But seriously, I whoever is with each other, that's their right. That's their choice. Um, and if you don't know these people, why do you even have feelings about it? And if you're married, why are you even thinking about it? Why is that even in your head? Is it something deeper? Is it a sense of inferiority? Do you feel inferior to white men? Is that what it is? Is it you don't like white men? You don't want to see black women happy with another man? I don't know. Um, it sounds like that might be it. But focus on your family. That's what you should do. But I thank you for being honest.
Know this. No, they're not allowed to look at me. They're not allowed to look at my woman. If that happens, I'm going to smash in.
Okay, so you're going to smash the ish out of them, right? If they look at your woman. So what are you doing looking at another man's woman? What are you doing looking at a black woman that's with a white man? You're looking at his woman, right? How about if he smashes you for doing the same thing? I'm just saying. I don't think you would smash him because he looks at you. Maybe if he was disrespectful, but you have these feelings, right? What if a white man has those feelings and you look at his woman? Maybe he's with a beautiful black woman and you're looking at her and him in disgust and he has a problem with it. So they're not allowed to look at your wife like that. You're not allowed to look at his like that. Okay, and that's good. You'll protect your wife. And you know what? That white man's going to protect his wife too. Be careful, sir.
You don't get to judge my woman. Okay.
So why are you judging black women? White men.
And this is the thing. I feel like I have some sort of privilege to be able to do that sort of thing. Like I can take whoever I want. You have to deal with it. But no. I don't want you taking my women. No. No.
Oh, that's interesting he said that. You hear what he said? I'm allowed to take what I want. You're not allowed to take my women. That's what he said. And I think there's black men that have that sense of entitlement, that privilege. Like they could be with black women, white women, white men. Yeah, some of them want to be with white men. I think a lot of black men feel that way, that they could be with black women, white women, Asian, Hispanic, but white men are not allowed to be with black women. And in fact, in their minds, they think they're only supposed to be with white women. And it's been that way for so long. And I think a lot of black men want it that way because they could go anywhere where black women stay where they're at. White men stay where they're at. There's no competition. Thus, but see, when you have that, and that's why we're in the problem we are right now. That's why only 27% of black women are married, because you've been able to run amok. You've been able to be with Becky, Mei-Ling, and Maria, and then come back to Keisha when it don't work out. You've been able to do that. But now times are changing. White men are going for black women now. You're going to have to compete. Get ready, because we're coming. And we're going to get the best and brightest of what you got. Okay? And that's not a threat. That's just what's going to happen, because we want to be blessed too. We want to have a good wife and have a good mother for our children. We want to continue our legacy. And it's not a race loyal thing anymore. We want the best woman for the job. And in today's world, and with the stats, the black woman is the best woman for the job. Hands down. So get ready. You're going to be caught up in your feelings more and more unless you get help. Because black women, white men, relationships are going to grow. Black women, white men, marriages are going to grow and continue to be successful. So if you have a problem with that, get some help because it's coming. You can't stop it. Okay? People have a free will. They can do what they want. Anyway, let's continue.
I don't want my black women dating white men.
Sir, they're not your women. They can date whoever they want.
It's crazy. It's crazy that deep down inside, I feel this way. You could call it racism, you could call it jealousy, you could call it envy. I'm not even sure what it is, so I don't know what to call it.
I think I know what to call it. I think it's called being coddled as a boy, being told that you're the best by your mother and the black women you've dated. I think it's conditioning. And I think a lot of it is black women being so loyal to black men through the years. I think that it's a combination of all that that's causing what he's feeling. And a lot of black men feel this way. And they really shouldn't because, when it comes down to it, what's the most important thing when it comes to a society or a nation? Here's what I think the most important thing is family. A marriage, a man and woman and children, a strong community, a strong city, a strong state, a strong nation. I think that's what it's about. Regardless of who's dating and marrying who, this race loyal thing's going bye-bye. Okay? So you're going to have to compete with white men. And look, how you feel is how you feel, but it ain't going to change what's coming. There's a shift, there's something that's going to happen, and it needs to happen. We need to come together as a nation. We need to come together with a culture that promotes love and marriage and strong families. That's what we have to do. And being a man of faith, I think it's God that's going to do it. And he's going to start with black women, white men. They're the most successful when it comes to marriage. Okay? They're the most strategic people on the planet. Okay? And they are the power couple. Look, when black women, white men come together, there's nothing they can't do. There's nothing they can't accomplish. And they're strategic people. Okay? And yeah, they're from different races, different cultures. But when they get together, they're going to make things happen. They already are. And if that's going to get us to have more marriages and less out of wedlock birth rates in a more stable country and community, that's what we got to do. And 73% of black women not married is unacceptable. Something has to be done. And if white men have to go in and start marrying black women, that's what's got to happen. It needs to. If black men ain't going to marry black women, somebody has to. Okay? And look, and black women are the best choice. So what the hell are you doing? Anyway, let's go.
What do you guys think it is? Let me know in the comment section below. Because I am lost for words. I'm going to try and explain what it might be. Right? So I think that deep down inside there is an innate feeling for me to want to protect and covet black women. Women that look like me. Women of my kin. Women of my tribe. Women of my background.
Okay, so if that's true that you want to covet and protect black women in your group, your tribe, or whatever, wouldn't you want the best for black women? Wouldn't you want a black woman to have a husband along with their children? Wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want her to have the best man, regardless of what he looks like? Wouldn't you want the black woman to be happy, successful, and not have to stress out about taking care of children, having a job, and trying to make ends meet? I mean, if you really value black women and you really love them like that, you would tell black women to open up their options. You would tell black women to seek the best option, regardless of the color. You would tell her character over color, would you not, sir? If you really loved black women, you're going to protect them. You're in the protection mode, right? That's why you're jealous and feel some anger. I don't believe that. I think you're just jealous and angry, and I think you feel some kind of way, and I think you have an inferior complex. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it appears to me. Um, but look, a man's value is based on his character. So, I mean, you could be the best of the best if you apply yourself, and it starts with not worrying about what black women are doing, and pray that they get the best option. How about that? That's a good start.
Women of my skin color. I think that deep down inside, that exists. And for me, I think there is conflict that goes on inside my mind, a conflict that goes on when I see a black woman willingly go with a white man. I truly believe this is part of the reason why I feel the way I feel. Like I said, for the longest time, I felt that I was embarrassed about this. I was ashamed to think in this way. I felt like a hypocrite because I knew that I was doing the same thing. But now I know I need to deal with it.
Okay. So I guess you're seeing where it's wrong, and your conscience is getting to you a little bit about your feelings, because and that's a good thing. So you're seeing that, right? Because you're doing the same thing. You're in an interracial relationship with a white woman, but yet in your feelings when you see a black woman with a white man. Okay, that's a start. I mean, but yeah, you got to get out of your feelings though, and focus on your wife. Like I said again, that's the prize in your relationship. That's the woman you're supposed to love more than any other woman, and that's where your eyes are supposed to be. That's where your emotions are supposed to be. Okay.
I know I need to deal with it. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Maybe this is like a therapeutic way of me being able to bring to light the conflicts the conflicts of interest that are going on inside my mind at this present moment.
I would say therapeutically, uh, speak with a professional, a doctor. That's where where they can help you deal with it. Going on YouTube, I mean, what's that really going to do for you? We're going to make reaction videos and so show the truth of black men, right? And that's good. That's very educational. And you know, but there again, I respect your honesty. At least you're telling us how you feel, right?
I'm not racist. I don't feel like I am racist.
Maybe a little bigoted. Maybe not racist. Bigotry. I don't know. I think you got some bigotry vibes in you, though.
But I think we need to look deeper into that word racism. When I see a black woman with a white man, I think this black woman is with this white man because he is a white man. When I see a black man with a white woman, I don't think the same way. I think that black man is with that white woman because.
Just because. Well, maybe she's with that white man because he shows her love. Maybe it's because he takes care of her. Maybe he's providing for her. Maybe he tells her he loves her, and maybe he does nice things for her. Maybe she's just in love with the man. Could it be that? Maybe it's not just because he's a white guy. I really don't think black women just worship white men like that. Oh, he's white, I'm in. No. Usually we got to work a lot harder than that, sir. I think she's with him because she believes he's the best option. And, you know, maybe it's because, he's more loving. Maybe he expresses his love better than other men. And maybe Maybe he's got a good career and maybe he's successful. Maybe he just puts her first. Maybe she's not used to that. Maybe she fell in love with him because, he's always there for her. Could it be that? I don't think black women are going out there just because they're white. I don't buy that. I think black women are opening up their options because they're seeing that there is white men that love them, that there are white men that care for them, that will, sacrifice for them and be good husbands and fathers. I think that's what it is. I think it's just because they're white, but I know you believe that though. But anyway.
And the reason I think this way is because I truly believe, and I haven't seen any statistics about this, I think that there are, percentage-wise, I think there are a lot more black women who date white men exclusively than there are black men that date white women exclusively.
Okay, that's another lie. Oh my God. Have you looked at the percentage? Really? There's more black women that date white men exclusively than black men that date white women exclusively? Oh my God. It's like 2 to 3 times more black men that date white women than white men that date black women. I don't know where you got that. I mean, no, that's a total lie. Black men date interracially more than white men, hands down. More than black women, hands down. Black men date and marry out 2 to 3 times what black women do. So I mean, what you're saying is a total lie. Look, we've seen it through the years. We've always seen black men running around with white women. We have from the 60s on, and they were the biggest group during the civil rights era when they made interracial marriages legal. The Loving versus Virginia case, it was after that is mostly black men seeking out white women. Okay. So the biggest swirlers and divestors are black men. And it's funny that black men get mad at black women for divesting when they do it 2 to 3 times what black women do. But you're a protected class. You have that privilege, right? You can do it. So what he's saying is totally wrong. Once again, study the stats. Look up the data. Okay?
I think you get a lot of black men who will date whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as she's pretty. Doesn't matter.
Or as long as she's not. As long as she's white. Come on.
As long as she's good looking, it doesn't matter. And I think that black women look for something different in white men.
Yeah, they do. They're looking for stability. They're looking for a man that's going to provide and protect. They're looking for a long-term relationship. They're looking for a good father to their children. Yeah, they look for something different. You're right.
Whether it be stability, money, and that mixed race child. Perhaps they've had really bad experiences with a black man in their family, a perverted uncle or something. But I
oh wow, he went there, right? Wow. Bad experience. Yeah, I've heard black women say that. A perverted uncle. I've heard that too. And money, stability and money. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't a woman go with a guy that's stable and got money? Okay? That's not a bad thing. You want a man that can protect and provide. You want to live a good life. You want to be protected, not just physically, but financially too. Yes. Yes. And us as men are supposed to provide that. Yes, protection, stability, financial. Yes. That's what black women are looking for. Hey guys, he hit the nail right on the head, did he not? That's what black women are looking for, are they not? Ladies, do you want a man that makes decent money, that's stable, got a good career, that can provide for you and your children? Don't you want that? It would be stupid if a woman didn't want that. I'm just saying.
think that could be a good reason as to why I feel this way. There are too many things which are working against each other in my mind at this present moment. I'm trying to reconcile with these things all the time. And I think that the best way for me to manage this, I've simply took a step back and accepted that this is the way I feel. I'm not going to fight it because it's something internal deep down inside. I don't want to fight it because I don't think it's wrong.
Really? I think it's wrong. I think you're insecure. I think you have a problem with white men and black women being together. I think you're a bit jealous. Uh, I think you think that you have privilege to be with black women and no other man does. I think you're biased. I think you're a little bigoted too. Uh, I think it is a problem. I do. And I think it's a problem that you're focused on another woman besides your wife. I find all that troubling. But that's just me, you know. But hey, you can feel how you want.
I don't think it's wrong to think this way. I think if you see me, my Albanian wife, my beautiful Albanian wife, and you are an Albanian man, and you see me with the Albanian wife, something inside you is going to say, what are you doing with that black man? And I don't think there is anything wrong with that man thinking that way. I don't think that if you, like I said, if you...
I think there's a problem with him thinking that way. If he does, I think he needs to focus and mind his own business. But I don't think really the men are thinking that. I think you're thinking that. You're projecting how you feel on white men, thinking that they think like you do. And I believe a lot of black men think that we think exactly like black men do. No, we don't. I don't know how Albanians think. I don't know. But I know white men in America, the white men I'm around really don't care about seeing black men with white women. We really don't. It's not even a thing. I'm sure I know there's some that don't like it, but really we don't focus on it. We don't indulge in it. We just let it go because it's part of life. We've seen it so many times. And maybe that's what it is. We see it all the time. So it's like, oh, okay, whatever. Um, but you're projecting on what you think these guys are thinking. How do you know? They might think, hey, oh, okay. Two people of different races come together. They might think it's a beautiful thing. Who knows? But anyway,
If you come at me, if you give me the funny eyes, I'm from England. It's the way we are. Give me the funny eyes. I'm going to escalate it. I'm going to dramatically overreact. Let's just say that. So you're not going to do that. But if I see you with a black woman, that same Albanian boy with a black woman, I am going to look. I'm going to do something.
oh, okay. So you're Billy Badass. So he can't do it, but you can, and you're going to do something because you're from England. Get the hell out of here. You're a beta punk, is what you are. Seriously. Shut up. This is crap. Come on. Really? See that? He said, "Oh well, I could do it. I could look at him, but if you look, I'm going to escalate it because in England we escalate things." Okay, whatever. It looks like your jealousy and rage and insecurity is escalated. That's what I see is going on. Anyway, let's continue.
I'm going to say, oh yeah. What the hell is that? What I will do, right, is something that I have always done. I have never spoken to people about it. I've never given people the dirty eyes because I've always been too focused on the people that are with me, who I love, my family, my children. I've never been focused on other people. You do.
Oh, that's a bunch of BS. You're focused on black women with white men. You just lied. What do you mean you've never been focused on other people? If that was the case, you wouldn't even be making this video because you wouldn't even think about it. You are focused on other people. You proved that with your video. You proved you feel some kind of way. This guy contradicts himself left and right. What do you mean you don't think of other people and you don't focus? Yes, you do. You're focused on the black woman with the white man because you're jealous. And things escalate with you, right? It's escalating in your head. It's driving you nuts that black woman's with the white man. I mean, come on. He just contradiction.
Your thing. Be happy. You know, your business is your business, nothing to do with me. And
okay, if that's true, your business is your business, nothing to do with you. So why are you focused on a black woman with a white man? Why do you feel some kind of way with that? Why do you look at them like you said? And they can't look at you and your wife like that, or there's going to be a problem. But you can do it to them. But then you say you don't get in their business. Wait a minute. What are you even saying? Why did you even make this video if that's true? You're just you're obsessed with black women, white men, and it bothers you, and you're caught up in your feelings, and you look at them and you have a problem. You make a video about it, but then you say you don't get in people's business. Okay, I I I don't know. I'm just trying to look at this logically.
I feel a lot more at peace because of that. I still have the urge inside me. Let's call it that, the urge. It's still inside me.
The beta king urge. He's got the urge.
But I have a feeling that at some point in the future, I will reconcile with it. It's all about me coming to terms with the fact that the world is changing. People have a lot more flexibility to date whoever they want to date, to be with whoever they want to be with, and that should be okay. And once again, you know, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but this is what it is. There are a lot more people who think like that. I've seen other people in other races do the exact same thing. I've seen Asian men go.
Oh, okay. You see the other men do it, so it's okay for you to do it. Here we go. White men do it too. Asian men do it too. Come on. Not as much as you do it, though. I mean,
go out and do whatever they want to do with white women. As soon as they see an Asian woman with a white man, no. Straight away, it's a no. It's just a no. You're going to have to put up with it. It's just one of those things.
Oh, let me speak about Asian women, white men, okay? And I've seen this, okay? Usually Asian men really don't have a problem with it. Some do. They do, but usually they don't. And a lot of times the father's okay with their daughters marrying white men. A lot of Asian men encourage their daughters to be with white men. It's really not a problem. Nobody really cares. Um, there are some that do, but really they don't. They don't act like you though, sir. They're not going out cutting their feelings. Well, I know a couple that do that, some Asian men that do, but usually mostly Asians I know don't really care. Um, you know. But anyway, it's easy for white men to date Asian women and marry them. Usually the families accept it. Usually it goes pretty smooth for the most part. There are some cases, so don't come for me, uh, white men and Asian women. You know, I love you too, but look, usually it's no big deal. Um, anyway, I mean, I got people in my family married to Asian women, and nobody cares. Everybody's okay with it. I get more flack that married to my black wife from the same town that I'm from than men marrying Asian women overseas. So yeah, I don't. That's not even a thing. Anyway, let's continue.
Things. It's just one of those things. There is nothing we can do about it, because I genuinely believe that it's something that is so internally connected to each man, to want to protect, to want to covet those women off their kin. Yeah. I don't only think that there is nothing you can do about it, but I think that there is nothing you should do about it.
Well, okay, let me say this. It is in our culture to protect women, yeah. And as men, we're supposed to protect women, period, regardless if they're our kin or our community. Yes, we protect the women around us because they are in our family and our community. Um, and good men do that, but really it's our responsibility to take care of women, period. That's our job as men, whether she's the same race or not, whether she wants to date us or not, or whether she likes us or not. We're supposed to protect women, period. End of story. Um, but not all men got it in them to protect women. Some men just could care less. They're stuck on themselves. Some are so beta they don't even want to protect, their kids even. So um, it should be the way you're saying it is, but it really isn't. And a lot of men, it's not. Um, but anyway, let's continue.
Okay. Man. Okay. That's off my chest. I'd love to know what you guys think. All right. Do you think I'm crazy?
Yes, I think you're crazy. I think you're off your rocker. I do. What do you guys think? Do you think he's crazy, or you think he's spot on? I think he's nuts. Hey, sir, respectfully, I just think you're crazy.
Do you think that other men are crazy? Do you think that we shouldn't feel this way? Let me know in the comments section below. I would love to hear your opinion on this. So guys, that's all I've got time for today. I've got another video coming out very soon. This is the one I'm editing with Iris. We're going to have another conversation very soon. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Hello and welcome.
Ciao, cheerio, or whatever. What do you guys think? This was look, what all these things this guy said, right? You can see this in a lot of black men, right? And I'm going, all right, put the disclaimer, not all, not all, not all, not all. But we've seen this jealousy, we've seen this so-called rage, and he don't like it. He don't like black women with white men. I think it's pretty obvious. He tries to be subtle about it, like, oh, he's trying to deal with it, and he really don't want, he's struggling. He wants to feel the right way. But then he says, if you look at my woman like that, we're going to escalate this. But I could do it to you. What is that? If you don't want people looking at your wife like that, you shouldn't look at other women like that. That's, I mean, and why would you want to be focused on someone else's relationship that don't even concern you? That to me is troubling in itself. But I'm glad he put it out there. I really am, because it's telling the truth of what a lot of black men feel when it comes to white men and black women. They do not like it. A lot of them hate it. Okay? A lot of these beta kings hate white men with a passion. And quite a few of them don't like black women either. So when we get together, it's like a double whammy for them. They don't like it at all. And in fact, they're calling right now black women with white men white supremacy. I mean, that's a thing now. I don't even understand where they got that from. That makes no damn sense, but they go with that message, right? There's a problem. And there's been a lot of conditioning, a lot of villainizing white men to keep black women away from white men. That's what it's designed to do. They're not concerned about black women being fetishized. They don't care about that. Black women are the most women that have children out of wedlock. And why is that? Is it because black women don't choose right, or they need to choose better or do better? No. It's because the men that are leading them aren't doing the right thing. Black women are caught in a catch 22, and it's the men's fault. I mean, you could come up with all the excuses you want. You say, well, there's bad women here and there doing this. But when it comes down to it, it's the man's fault because the man is the leader, whether he's leading or not. And if he's not leading, he's a failed leader. And it's sad that black women have to, you know, pick up the pieces and lead the way. You know, it's sad. Now I don't know how this man is. He's got a family, and that's good. He didn't pump and dump, and I give him credit for that. And you know, but the thing about it is, don't focus on another woman when you're married, guys. Look, if you got a problem with a group of women dating out and you're married, something's not right. Something is off, and that can create problems. That can make a woman feel like something's wrong, like she's not loved like she should be. And I'm not saying he don't love her or whatever, but what I'm saying is the focus on another woman, it's not good. I know if my wife was getting mad at black men with white women, I would have a problem with that. That is, I'm not going to accept that. If I'm not first, we have a problem. If we're married and we're not first to each other, that's wrong. And when you're married, you're supposed to focus on who you're married to. That's where your love is. That's where your heart is. That's who you're concerned about. Unless maybe one of his family members married a white guy that was taking advantage of her, and he felt now I can understand that. But just some random couple out there feeling some kind of way, that's stupid. That's ridiculous. And yes, he is a hypocrite. And I think he's struggling with that. But then again, he said he's struggling with it, and then he says there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with how he feels. A lot of contradiction in there. If you really listened, you could catch it. He was contradicting himself through the video. Okay. But, best wishes to him and his wife and family. I hope that works out for the best. And, I wouldn't wish nothing bad on anybody. I hope people that are married stay married. I hope families stay together more. We need more men and women getting married. We need more of the nuclear family in our lives. We do. We need to go back to the basics. Okay? Regardless of what our racial or ethnicity is, we need to get back to marriage across the board. Okay? And we should be able to be with who we want to be with, who we think is the best option. And for me, thinking black women is the best option, there's nothing wrong with that. And it don't mean I hate other women. No. I just think black women are the best option. That's who I'm with, though. And if this guy thinks white women, Albanian women are the best, that's his right. But don't worry about black women unless you're married to a black woman. Okay? I mean, seriously. That to me is that's disturbing. And no panel. You want a panel? Do you guys want a panel to talk about this? I'll give you a little bit of panel. I'm not going to stay on too long, probably for another half hour. But I'll drop the link if you guys want to come up and talk. Okay, let me remove this guy here. But anyway, let me put the link up here if you want to come up. All right, paste. All right, let me drop the link here and we'll And here you go. If you want to come up before I close out. Um, but yeah, I wanted to do this reaction. Paris Milan did it, did an excellent, outstanding job. I mean, she hit all cylinders. Banter with Bo did a good reaction on it. And, I felt I wanted to do one too. And people asked me to do a reaction on it. So I wanted to give you guys my opinion, um, how I felt about it. And, all right. All right. Hashtag black women and damn Kevin. Okay.
Oh my God.
Hey, right. Hey, thanks for coming on. Good to see you, ladies.
Good to see you too. That picture has me cracking up. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Every time I come up here, y'all's laughing.
Oh yeah. You ought to see hey, hashtag black woman. She's got like photo shoots and bikinis and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brand,
okay, go ahead.
I just want to say, because I'm glad, you're not going to stay on long. And I just wanted to come up here and say, because I'm so glad you're talking about this, because I feel like everybody already knows black men feel this way. They just don't say it. They don't admit it. And they're not honest about it. But he finally was, because he kept saying that, like, oh, I had this feeling deep inside of me for a long time. Like it was just welling up inside of him. And I'm going to tell you that he does not love his wife. That is a lust relationship. That's a soul tied relationship. That's a kink, to it. That's him following social media. That's him being a follower, following something that he saw a lot of other black men doing. Because you have those types of feelings. Those types of possessive feelings are not healthy in any relationship. But if you're going to be possessive like that towards anybody, it should be your wife and your wife alone, and not towards some stranger that you see walking down the street that doesn't know you from anywhere. For you to have deep down, welled up feelings of rage and anger towards a strange black woman that don't even make no sense. And if his wife doesn't have a problem with that there's something, that he could even like do a video like that and not even think about how that would make her feel, which it all sounds like, like when you're talking to someone who's clearly not over their ex, they're clearly not over their past relationship. They're clearly not over somebody else. That's what it sounds like. So she sounds like a lifelong pawn to make white men jealous and make black women jealous. And I'm like, does he even love her? Does he even like her? Because I don't understand those feelings. He has feelings towards black women that he has no reason to have. If you're happily married where you are, if you're happily married, those feelings don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they don't. And like I was saying, I'm married and I don't care what Becky does with Tyrone. I don't. I mean, it don't even. I don't understand it in that way. But you're right. And if you got feelings for another woman, then how does your wife feel? Because if you flipped it the other way, what if she was getting mad at white men with black women? I bet he would lose his mind and go out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
we lost Green Goddess.
She'll probably come back on. Sometimes you get dropped. But it's just his feelings of possessiveness because of him. He's probably been following manosphere content for most of his adult life. He's been listening to these black men online tell him, you should date this woman. You should date that woman. You should do this. And a lot of his anger also comes from the fact that he's been told that black women are undesirable. Nobody wants black women. Black women are this and that. And so when when what he's been told is not matching up with what he's seeing in the real world, that's also where his anger is coming from. It's like a ego, it's like an ego hurt. Like, this black woman is happy without me. This black woman is doing just fine without me. Like he literally said, if a black woman is with any other man but a black man, then that's a problem.
Yeah. Well,
That
he
is
contradicted
insane.
himself because he said, "Well, if it's with another man, okay," but then he said no, so it's like he couldn't make up his mind.
Yeah, like
I think he
any
meant like
other
if
man
it's
but a black man.
Yeah.
I think he meant like he would have a problem with any other man, but he just have a higher dislike and what is it? Hatred towards when it's a white man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like white men are like in black men's heads rent free. Like other men, they could hate
Yeah.
other men, but the white men are the main ones they don't like.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's like, hey, Green Goddess, good to
Hey,
see you.
hey, Brent.
Welcome.
Hello, ladies. So good
Hi.
to see you guys.
Good to
Oh
see you
my
too.
goodness. I was like itching. Like, I can't wait till Brent talks about this guy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's got the typical reaction of black men when
Mhm.
when they see black women with other races of men. They hate it. Oh my goodness. If you want attention, you could just have a white male friend come with you to the grocery store or anywhere, and if a
Yeah.
black man sees you, he's gonna give you the stink eye. You're gonna
Yes,
get
he
the
is.
stink eye. He's hilarious though, because I saw his eyes and I saw the rage. Just
Yeah,
Well,
the thought of a black woman, his woman.
right?
He owns us. He
I,
owns
I
all
think
these
Yeah.
black women.
I should do black men a favor and go divorce my white husband so he can get him. I think they want white men.
Don't you
You
do it,
can have my
honey.
husband. You
yeah.
can have my man. I divorced with him. You can now brag about having a white man now, black man. If that's what you want.
Well,
Child, don't
uh,
you do it. But I'm just so like I oh my gosh, it's so good to see they're finally coming out with their true feelings. They say that they don't care.
Mhm.
Oh, but they care
Yes,
because
they do.
they care
yeah.
so much because all of a sudden they won't protect black women, but they will protect the black woman from dating other races of men. Now I bet you they will
Yeah.
protect. They owe those white men. Don't you go around those white men
Yeah.
because they're gonna put you in a closet
Mhm.
and make a room where you can't come out or whatever. Oh, all the horror stories they tell in the churches and just to keep black women away from other races. And oh, they don't like you. They don't like you at all. It's crazy, but
They are
and
the
Yeah.
biggest historians. They become the biggest and best historians when they see you with a white man. Like
Mhm.
when they see you walking with a white man, they be like, "Oh, my sister, you should know about slavery and civil rights." I'm like, "Get
Oh
out of
gosh.
here!"
Oh
I'm
yeah.
really
We
close
get a
to actually,
history lesson when we do that.
Yeah.
right. I'm really close to making a shirt. Like they just irked me. I'm really this close to making a shirt. I'm dead serious of saying I'm married to Massa just to piss them.
oh
I
wow.
Oh.
because I'm
Ooh,
petty. So yeah, they annoy me.
No,
they
it's very
really
true.
Yeah.
They black women have been pumped with horror stories of dating out, and it's led to the race loyalty. And black men are used to black women being race loyal. That's another reason why he's so enraged, is because even though he's married, he still has the privilege of knowing that black women aren't going anywhere. And for you to like have like that feeling of I have a wife, but I also my women. You're not allowed to be with my women or take my woman anywhere. And I'm gonna look at a man because I'm from London and I'm gonna check him. And
Yeah.
it's just like it doesn't make any sense, but it is because black women's race loyalty to black men, and they feel that loyalty is not losing, it's lost. They feel that it is so much less than it has ever been in the longest time. They can really feel it.
And you know
Yeah.
what?
Mm.
It sounds like that we're nothing but slaves to them
I
instead of
know,
women.
right?
Instead
Oh,
of being,
hey,
hey,
unapologetic Scorpio. I didn't.
yeah,
Hey.
I'm here.
Oh,
It's been a
okay.
while.
You changed your
It's been a
name.
while.
Oh, okay. Good to see
Yeah,
you.
this is what's on your mind. But
Yeah,
yeah,
what's on your mind? Yeah, good to see you.
yeah, it's good to see you. But I was just saying that it's just so sad that I feel bad for his wife, because he should be paying attention to his wife and spending time with his wife, not worrying about what a black woman is doing with her life. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just sick. It's real sickening, and I think he has a mental issue. This is not normal. You know,
This
it's
is their love.
definitely not.
This is the love they're talking about when they say they love us. They
Yeah,
love.
their version of love is
Yeah.
ownership. You
Yeah, it's
know,
ownership.
it's not, oh well, she's with that man because she loves that man. No, it's, oh, she's with that white man because, oh, she's fetishizing that white man. No,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
No,
that,
or
that white guy
he's
loves her.
fetishizing us. He
Yeah,
don't really he
or
doesn't
he's
really like
fetishizing
us.
us. Yeah,
He doesn't really like us.
exactly.
He doesn't like us the way a
Exactly.
black man does, and I hope not. I really hope a white man does not like black
And
women
his version of
for the
that's
same
his version
reason.
of protection. His version of protection is gaslighting and brainwashing black women. That's his version of protection. Meanwhile, you got black men within close proximity of black women unaliving them in droves, and that's their version of love. I'm sorry, I don't want it. I
One
On
don't
called
want
top,
it.
me a whole gold digger.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
top of part, I'm sorry.
I was called a gold digger, like just because it was a Haitian guy, and I don't know. I'm that type of girl to like. I like to wear dresses a lot and like skirts, and
Mm-hmm.
so and like with head wraps, with a Haitian head wrap flag in there. And I guess like a lot of the Haitian guys, they got mad because they're like, "Oh, you look cute," da, da, da. And I'm like, "I'm married." And they're like, "Oh." Then they're like, "Oh, you married," with the Haitian accent, and then I'm like, "Yeah." And then they ask if it's a
Oh,
Haitian guy. I'm like, "No, it's a white guy." And they're like, "Oh, he can't handle you. Oh, you're a bed wench." And some guy, I don't know, he looked like he was a teenager. He's like, "Oh, he got that money, huh?"
hey, let me say something real quick. Hashtag black women. Hey, thanks for coming on. It was good talking to you. Thanks for being part of the panel. And I'll see you around. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just want to give her a shout out.
May I speak?
Yeah.
Um, I just wanted to say that I really like it that black women are opening up their options. It's been like I think it's been centuries, and being race loyal is really like not it, it's really not a
Beneficial.
it's not beneficial because we are all we have because guys like him, he loves black women to be just like other black men. They want to have their white woman, and they want to have a little chocolate loveliness on the side, and we're supposed to wait on them to come back to us and then go back to where they're at, and back and forth. And oh, any minute now they're going to divorce, and my heart, even though I'm with a white woman, my heart is with a black woman. As a matter of fact, if I was his wife, I would be so upset because if I'm with a man and he's my husband and he's angry at other men dating other women that have absolutely nothing to do with his family, I would be like really upset because where what do you think you're doing? I expect whoever I'm going to be with, which I feel right now I'm just watching. I'm a people watcher, and I'm really just healing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
healing from whatever I was going through, and I'm not looking, but I'm healing, and I'm fixing myself. I'm doing my pretty things that I like to do, and minding my own business, and living my life, and working, and taking care of my family. But it's bothersome to me
Living my
to
life and
see. working and taking care of my family.
Hey, no dust zone. Make sure you. Okay. Hey,
Yeah. So I
Nus.
think it's best that Black
Yeah.
women look outside of their race. There's not enough. Even if you wanted to be with a Black man, there's not enough of them. And then the ones that are there, they're messed up for some reason or another.
Yeah, and even if they married 100% and were good men 100%, Black women, there'll still be approximately 2 million Black women left alone.
I
So
gotta get off because I gotta go to the store. But let me just say
okay.
this: um, look at stats wise, it don't benefit Black women. Now, I'm not saying it's bad if you want a Black man. If you want that, who am I to tell you? Go ahead, have fun, mammy, and other people that's maybe not mammies. But you got to look at stats that's going to not be in your favor. But anyways, personally, when I was like maybe 6 or 7, my first crush was a white guy. And so like I knew downhill that was where I was gonna go. Majority of white guys in my school interest me. I'm like, oh my god, they're so cute. And I was the type to like white guys in glasses. But my mom, she don't like white people. She's racist. But anyways, I knew that's what I wanted. Then as I grew and grew out of the phase of saying that's not what I like in Black guys, right? I see that I wanted stability. I matured faster in my early teens. Like I was literally wanting marriage and all that stuff at like 14. But and then I came with white guys. They're stable. And I don't have to worry about like my husband. Like I'm taking out my hair right now and tying it to go to the store, but I don't have to worry about my husband being like, "Oh my God, your hair's nappy. You gotta do something with it." I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that. I don't have to worry about that. My husband loved my hair, and he called it a pillow. And I don't have to worry about my skin color being too light or being too dark and being praised for how light it is. I don't have to worry about that. And I sure don't have to worry about race all the time. I don't need to be like, oh, black, oh, I'm black, racism, the system, oh my God, everyone's black, black, black. No, I just feel like a woman. I feel like a woman. Oh well, I just have more melanin. That's just it. So I don't have
Yeah.
to worry about all these things that I have to worry about if I'm with a Black man. I don't need to. I don't. And there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want to hear, "Oh, how are you, my beautiful, gorgeous sister, my chocolate queen?" It's annoying. White guys make me feel like make me feel normal. They make me feel feminine and liked. And I'm not saying I worship white men, but it's just how it is. So, and this
Yeah.
man is clearly jealous. It is what it is. I get it.
Yeah. Hey, let me let Angel and then No Dust Zone. I know we're getting kind of winded. Hey, go
can you
ahead,
guys hear
Angel.
me just fine?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just wanting the Kevin the Deader know who I am, because I've been on your panels a few times, Roadrunner, and it looks like Kevin was wondering who I was there. But I've been on Roadrunner's AK Brent streams a few times, and people like Solar Crypts and a few others are getting familiar with me, but don't worry about it there. But I have to say that even though I'm like Native American, I still get people that proclaim that I'm white just from like the way I look and all that of my skin tone. I am like the race kind of person, and like she was telling about how her crush was a white man. Kevin, and for those that heard my story already know, my first crush was a black woman when I was in school, K through 12, who was my next door neighbor there in the county that I lived in Minnesota as a kid there. And I've just had an interest in black women for a very long time, pretty much throughout my youth as a kid into where I am now as an adult. And I can only imagine if me and my friendship that I have right now with the current woman who is black was to like be recognized, and the black men of YouTube here in these black streets, as they call, or the YouTube streets, whatever you prefer. They were like, oh, you're dating someone out of your own race. You're solo. You're Karen. Like, do you think my woman and I would even give a rat's ass if with those men that want to try to criticize our love for each other? At the end of the day, people try to say love is love, whether you're gay or whatever. How about whether you're interracial? Because if
Yeah.
love is love, it shouldn't matter which kind of format you like have relations in. Interracial, gay, straight, whichever. And at the same time, there's a lot of gay interracial relationships that I see there now too. There where like a white man is dating a black man. Would that be against the so-called race that the black men of the YouTube streets keep on trying to be silent of? I mean, come on. And at the same time, there with
Yeah,
just well,
yeah,
go
if
ahead.
they accept that, why wouldn't they accept interracial relationships? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love is love
yeah.
for
Like I
black
said, there,
men.
Green.
I'm sorry. It love is love when it concerns a black man with any race of woman other than black.
And any
But
gender.
and
Yeah.
yeah. However,
Hey,
when it's a
there.
black woman,
Hey there, no dust.
but when it's a
Hey,
black, hey,
How's it
when it's
going?
a black woman, it's not love is love. No, it can't possibly. You can't possibly love a black woman because she's all these ratchets and bag of bees and all kinds of terrible things. You can't. That's why there's this big campaign against us from
well,
black men
they
because
need
they
us
want
to
to.
believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want everybody to believe that we're the worst of the worst because they don't want us to be they don't want anyone else to be attracted to us at all. It's a selfish dynamic. It's hypocritical. It's abusive. It's hurtful. It's horrible. But this is what they think because they know we're wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
They know that we're loving and kind, but they want to put all these terrible stereotypes. We're masculine and we're we're too much to handle. We're too hard to handle. But um, it, but when they get what they want, they always want us to be sitting in waiting
Yeah. Yeah.
for them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Yeah.
love it. That when that guy says if anybody looks at him, he would come and hit them or whatever. He's lying because they love it. I've been followed in a grocery store with an interracial black man, white
Me
woman
too.
couple. They were
Yeah.
following me, trying to get me to look at them, and they were being
Me
loud.
too.
It happened at restaurants. They're always trying to get my attention.
Mm-hmm.
They want us. They want me
Yeah.
to look at them and give them some eye contact. And
I've had them leave their non-black significant other and come over and find me to try to holler at me.
I've
Oh
had it.
my goodness.
That happened to me
Plenty
Oh
of
wow.
too.
time.
Oh wow. That's
Yep,
Wow.
crazy.
that's not
Plenty of times. And I'd be
surprising,
like, didn't you just have a woman with you? Like, why? Like, what?
Hey,
right?
hey,
Disrespectful.
no dust. Good to see you. First time I seen you up here.
Yes, I just found out about your channel and I'm so grateful to you
Oh,
and Miss
thanks.
Sandy.
Yeah,
Uh,
and you're doing a great job there, Brent. Keep up the great work. I love what you're doing. And the same thing with pro white male leadership.
oh, thank you so much. Yeah, but
Yep,
yeah.
I'm thankful too.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm thankful for having you guys on the panel. This is great.
Yeah. It's been a while, Brent, since I've been up here. And I was
Yeah, it
under my other
has. It's good to see
username.
you. When I
Yeah.
heard your voice, I was like, oh, What's
Yes,
on your
me.
mind is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think this guy. Oh, go ahead, Angel. If you.
Actually, pretty soon there, I think I'll be in the same case as you, unapologetic, because like what Brent said, that when he heard your voice, he didn't know who you were. The same thing will be happening to me. I'm like gonna be revamping my channel, or kind of already started, but I'm gonna be changing my name pretty much around, like from StreamYard and all that, to what my channel is gonna be called now. And I'm thinking that as soon as he sees the new avatar icon and the new name, he may not know who I am.
Oh, okay. Well, just let us know so we can follow you. Banter with Bo. Good to see you, young lady.
Hi, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's holiday?
Good, good.
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm good. I just wanted to quickly share like a little story because it happened literally probably about 2 days ago. And I had a friend that was visiting in town. She's just moved here. She works for Google, starting her life. Like, I'm really proud of her. Long story short, my husband's white, and we were helping her move into her new place. She was getting ready for a housewarming, and we were helping her just bring some stuff upstairs. And she is currently seeing this like white lawyer, and she's got it going on. I'm proud of her because this is like her first time really interracially dating and it being serious. So long story short, we are helping her move some stuff upstairs. It's not big stuff, just like like tchotchke stuff, a lamp, little stuff like that. As we're getting on the elevator, when I mean to tell you, she has a neighbor who's black, which is weird because look, long story short, she doesn't live around a lot of black people, but some black guy, and he clearly has a family. He clearly has like a wife and kid because we saw them outside getting stuff out the car. Do you know that he rode the elevator with us to her apartment, watched us walk in, and then at first I thought he was I pick up on things pretty quickly. I was like, this guy's like watching us, like he's following us.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, you're being paranoid. He's not. I was like, yes, he is. Like, this is weird. So we go back down to the car and get some more of her stuff out. And my husband and her, the guy she's seeing they're in the house, and they're like making a charcuterie board and stuff for us. And so we come back inside, and I'm like, I think he's following us. So my husband's like, who's following? He's like, who's following you? So he comes out, and he comes with us on the elevator. He's like, well, I'm going to go with you guys. So he comes out, he goes with us on the elevator. And when I tell you guys, it was the most like chilling experience I ever had. He gets on the elevator with us, and this man is like, oh, so did you guys just move in? Like, he starts talking to us, and he's like what he's trying to do in a nutshell is he's trying to figure out how my white husband is familiar with us. Like, how do we know each other? And it was in the creepiest way ever. Normal people, when you move somewhere, will say, hi, I'm so-and-so. Are you new here? Like, that's normal, right? But I think what was so creepy was that he watched us and followed us multiple times before. And then when the male presence was there, it was like, oh, well, now I should say something. But I was just like, I wonder if my husband never came on the elevator with us. Well, I don't want to know what would have happened, but it was so, and there was no warmth. It was just beady black eyes, no smile, no everybody's literally saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Like, that's the norm, at least in my area it is, right? And he's just staring like a weirdo, like a creep. Let me make this clear. This man didn't look like a thug. He didn't look like, he looked decent. He looked like a decent person with a decent job. He didn't look like he was a part of any riffraff. But I'm just saying this to say that, when they come on the internet and they spew their hatred, their bigotry for Black women and white men, they don't look like, a lot of times it's not the thug looking ones. I feel like it's the ones that are what do they call the educated lambs or whatever.
That's very true.
And that's very true because they blend in. And I'm going to go on mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's because a lot of them have it doesn't matter the background, and statistics tell us this. It doesn't matter where they're from, the upbringing. Stanford actually did a study on this. It doesn't matter if they're raised in a two-parent household, they still exhibit the same pathology and the same behaviors. That's why you can have a black male that was raised in a two-parent household that is financially stable, and he will still end up in poverty, or he will still end up in prison. Is some I don't know what it is, but it's something about they share a similar pathology regardless of their upbringing.
And I'll just say this, and then I'll get out of here because I don't want to take over. But I see someone in the chat said my friend needs to move. Let me tell you guys this, and I don't want to, just give away too much of my business. But I'm the one who introduced her into her luxury condo where she currently lives. Right? When I mean to tell you we're the brownest thing in there, a lot of times, what you guys do not understand what's happening with these Black men in these really beautiful, rich areas is they're using women to get in. So there's it was, first of all, it was uncommon to see him anyways, which is fine. Anytime I see Black people in either one of our areas, they're either military or they're like elderly, like literally somebody's great grandma. So there's not many Black people at all between the ages of like 18 to like 65 in my area. So the area is stark white. I mean, literally, if you look up the statistics, like 93% white. So he's in, and of course, I want to bring this up because it matches, it's a parallel. His wife and children, I don't think she's white, but from what I saw, his wife was like biracial or Hispanic or something. And it just made me think of this situation. It gave me the creeps because he followed us. I'm like, you have a Hispanical wife with kids. Like, it's Christmas. Like, go be with your family. And he was just taking his time, trying to see what core we were going to. Like, it was the weirdest intro. And then when we got off the elevator, my husband goes, that was really freaking weird. I don't want you guys going to the car. I'll go.
Banter.
Yeah.
It will.
Banter. Quick question. Did it feel like you were being like stalked for a moment there, even though he wasn't like doing it all the time? It just felt that moment when he was following you there and your daughter there. Did it feel like you guys were being stalked?
Well, it wasn't my daughter. I don't have any kids. It was my friend. But I think this is what I think would happen. No, it's okay. This is what I think would happen. My husband and her, the guy she's dating, were in the car, and they dropped us off first because they were going to go get food for us, right? So I think he saw these two Black women in the car with these white men pulling up and wanted to see, like, what are they doing together? Like, that's what I think it comes from. That's why I think he was watching. But it was just weird because I didn't put two and two together until I kept seeing him multiple times when I would get on the elevator. I was like, why am I seeing the same person? She lives in a gated community, in the condos is like its
very common
village.
This is common behavior from them.
Be careful with that. He might be watching you, studying you, who's around you, seeing if you're alone or not, and just be careful because they might watch whether your husband goes to work at a certain time, or I don't know if that's what it is. I mean, he might just be a nosy weirdo that just wants to be in your business, but then again, it might be an alternative motive.
Just like Trevor Noah said, Black women cannot afford to elf around and find out. Because they literally stalk us, and they hate to see us with non-Black men. Even if they don't want a Black woman, they still hate to see Black women in healthy relationships with non-Black men. This is very common.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen more and more, and hopefully, I mean, because I hope so, because Black women deserve to be happy.
Yeah,
we deserve to finally be happy. It's like, what's all this we're doing if we can't be happy? And they don't like it because that means their options, even though they have someone, and black men are very what you call it, aggressive. They call us aggressive, but
They're
they're very
narcissistic as
aggressive.
well.
They're very aggressive, so it seems like they would have more options because they'll go after, and they're relentless about, they're going after the people. And women are not, or we're not like that, because it's just not, it's not ladylike.
Yeah.
And we just don't go, we don't do that. And so it's hard to find out if men like us, and because we're not used to the subtleness that other races of men have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They're subtle with it.
the thing is, a lot of black men like to portray this false illusion as if they have all these options and this and that, but they don't. And the trick that this is what they like to do. They like to convince black women that they have these options, when in reality they really don't. The only
Yeah.
people that are really just checking for American black males at high rates are black women, and non-black women that are not really seen as desirable within their own community,
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
that's
women
true.
who have low self-esteem. And a lot of black women don't like hearing this because it makes them feel bad, because a lot of them actually prefer black men. But when we get down to the nitty-gritty and the facts, black men don't really have any options.
Yeah.
And that's why they try to cling on to black women and keep black women on the back burner.
Yeah. The thing is that we've been on the back burner for long enough.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
right.
time to
Mhm.
open up our options. There's a
Black women
lot
have
of
been the
beautiful black
murals.
women.
They have been the murals of the black community for
Yeah.
so long. They have carried the black community. They have upheld the black community solely. Black women face feminism, racism, sexism, colorism, every barrier that you can think of. The black woman faces it, but she still perseveres. She is still triumphant, and so forth and so on. And black men live in a patriarchal society, and they can't even utilize the fact that they were born with nuts and a wee wee.
Okay. Hey,
Yes.
hey. Before we
Okay.
continue, I want to tell everybody, check out Banter with Bo. Check out her channel. She's got a YouTube channel, and it is awesome. The content is it's amazing.
Oh, I
Go over
think
to her
that
channel, support her. Like, share, subscribe her channel. It's a good channel. It's a great channel. I'm subscribed to it myself, and I mean she's got a lot of good content. So I just wanted to put that out there. You know, already subscribed, and that's the name of Banter with Bo. So check out her channel. She's got a lot of good content. So I just wanted to put that out there. And she did a reaction on the same thing I did in Paris Milan, and she did an awesome job. Yeah, I
That
was impressed. Yeah,
that content needs to come out, because they like to say that they don't care who, they're like, black women, just go, we don't care who you date.
They
That's
do.
the bold face lie.
Yes.
They care. They don't even
they
know
do care.
any of us, but they care
They care.
Yeah.
so
It
much.
Yeah,
infuriates them.
cause the crazy thing is, I've seen a lot of stuff on YouTube of black men saying that they're green, and as soon as you date someone that is non-black, they'll come and say
Yep.
the redundant stuff. Oh, you support white supremacy? Like,
Hmm.
really?
Yes.
That's just hilarious. There, how can a black woman dating a white man supports white supremacy? If you said go ahead and date whoever you want, when you critique someone all because you say something okay, it's like you said, it's a bold-faced lie, but it's only if it's with another same colored person, if you know what I mean. Green.
Yes, that's
They are
true.
hypocrites. They are hypocrites.
Hypocrites. Yep.
I have been dating non-black men. My first boyfriend was white. Okay.
I've dated white and Latino men. If there were more Asians in the area that I grew up in, I would have dated them too. I have always seen that something was the dynamic between American black women and American black men. It was never normal to me. I always seen that something was off about the black male collective as a whole. We already know that we have, the unicorns, but in my opinion, the bad outweighs the good.
Yep,
And I know a lot of people don't want to admit that, but I can.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
melanated, so
true.
I can say it. The bad outweighs the good because if it didn't, the good would overshadow the bad.
Yep,
But it's the opposite.
yep.
And I've always seen that something was just off about American black males, and I've always been more attracted to non-black men. I've always felt more feminine. When they would approach me, I felt safer. I feel like I could be myself.
But it's
When
not just American black men. This is, I've
Yeah,
been to certain places.
I've been
It's
hearing that lately that it's pretty much across the board, and I
it
believe
Yeah,
that.
is.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm Haitian, and Haitian
Yeah.
black men are like
I've been
that.
hearing I have a subscriber on TikTok that's an African lady, and she's teaching us that it's not just America, it's so I do need to remove that from my vocabulary. Black men, okay? I was trying to be
Yeah,
nice, but it's black men, okay? And she's been telling us like, no, we having these same problems here in Africa as well. But it's I don't know what it is, and but I'm not a psychologist or whatever, but it's something that is very off with them.
It's the
And
culture.
and when when they would see me with non-black men, they will always say the weirdest things like, "Oh, he like." I heard somebody else say earlier that this is one of their go-tos. They would say things like, "He can't handle all that," and "Oh, you a bed wench." I heard bed wench so
Oh
much.
yeah.
Like I'm so used to hearing that. It's like, oh my gosh, like y'all don't have a new term yet. Like I've been hearing that for over 10 years now.
they
Come
don't
with
have an
something good.
imagination. That's
Well,
why.
the one term that I
Yeah.
see a lot of
Yeah,
people that try to, especially black men, try to use towards black women who are interracial and that kind of stuff is the term goofy. I mean, really, you think that's an insult from a Disney character, all because of like a black woman wanting to date outside of her own race? I mean, come on. There's so many terms that the black community thinks they can come up with to insult the people like ourselves and you there, no dust on there. I mean, it's just hysterical. Whichever the new trend of name that they come up with will be insulting. Because remember when viral videos of white fat women used to be called different types of names, like the one on her phone. I forgot what term it was, but then all of a sudden the term Karen became like the standard term for outrageous black, not black, white women in viral moments. I mean, pretty sure that term will be like used up and no longer like used there once the new proper term or name that the black community of males come up with. And yeah, I said males because they think that they own the black community when it's called a black community for a reason. It's
I
for
don't call
all
them men
people.
either. I call them males.
I gotta say
Yeah.
for the black men watching, y'all so useless. You gotta copy, like you can't even come up with your own terms and
Right.
insults to
I
for
have
black
so
men
many
being white
different
men.
names for
You gotta
them.
use bedwitch that white men created. You're so useless. You gotta copy white men's
It's
words
sad.
and everything. But you want to come and try to say you're alpha or you're the most
Hey,
desired? No, you're not. You
yeah,
The
useless.
most desired by who? That's
hey,
not
My
you
what
know,
I
butt
always ask them by the parole officer. Like who are
and the
they most
prison
desired by?
hey,
and the
hey,
prison system.
hey, ladies, I think they're jealous of you because they see white men coming for you, um, dating
Yeah,
you, and
they
marrying
want to
you,
be.
and
They
barring your
want
Yeah,
white
numbers.
exactly.
men. I told you, Brent. They want white men. They
Yeah,
want to
they
wear our
do. They
rings.
do.
They want to put on our nails. They want to wear lipstick and makeup for white men. They want to be thick. They want to be slim, thick, and have big butts for white men.
They want
I
our
told
lace
you
front.
already.
Yeah, the reason why they're so concerned about hair and makeup is because for centuries. We work hard and beside them all the way through for
Mm-hmm.
them, and they can't get over the fact that we're pretty.
Yep.
And if they can't look good in a wig and makeup, then we shouldn't wear it.
Yep.
You have no business wearing wigs and makeup, black women, because if a black man can't do it, you shouldn't do it either.
Well,
Well,
you
yeah.
know what?
I see Saucy
Hey,
Santana. I see Saucy
what?
Santana makeup and all that. You can do it, black men. Saucy's
I
Yeah.
antennas
made
on
a
the
I
wall.
made a
You
video
can do
about
it.
this on TikTok because they are such hypocrites. Like when that movie The Woman King came out, like now I don't agree with women being called kings. Men, worthy men are called
Hmm.
kings, worthy women are called queens. I don't agree with that. But
Well,
I just found it.
Cleopatra was a king.
Was she?
Cleopatra was a king. Yes. Cleopatra
Oh,
was a king.
okay. Well,
Yes.
I have to do more research on that. I'm pretty. I mean, if she was a
She was a
king,
woman
She's a
king.
it was because
pharaoh.
she
Oh,
deserved to.
was
Okay,
she?
but let
Yeah,
me
there
just
She
was
say
was a
no
this.
pharaoh,
word
not a
for in
king.
Egypt. There was
Yeah,
no
but
word
pharaohs
for
were
queen.
men.
It
Pharaohs
Oh,
wasn't
is for
based
okay.
on
men.
gender.
It was
Is that
just
what y'all are
Pharaoh, huh?
saying?
Yeah, pharaohs is for
Nefertiti
men.
was a pharaoh.
There was no queen. There was only a
Hey,
Oh,
pharaoh.
what was her
oh,
title when she got with Mark Anthony though?
She was a
Oh, she
pharaoh.
she she didn't
She's still a
marry
pharaoh.
him because she didn't marry any men. She
Oh,
slept with them and had children with them, but she didn't marry them because
so she wanted
if
to
she
keep her
had,
king
she would lose
title.
her position.
Got it. That makes sense. I'm going to do my research on that. But I just found it hypocritical how they were just fake, outraged, and I'm like, hold up. Ain't these the same men that literally had a whole era where they were making movies pimping out black women and painting
hmm
black women as whores and sluts and drug addicts and everything under the sun? Like,
Yeah,
how
That's
is
that's
it a
what
exactly
again.
that
problem
was
They
for
are
that was
so
like
quick.
when they got their hands on a camera in the 70s,
They so
when they
quick.
finally had access to media. That's what they do to black
that's
women.
what I thought. I said,
That's
hold on
exactly what they did to us. As soon as they got their hands on a camera, they degraded us. They, uh, they exploited us,
now.
and that's
Right.
all we're good for is exploitation. And that's why they
Yeah.
cannot stand that a white man would want to be with a black woman,
Mm-hmm.
because they will no longer be able to exploit the black woman the
Mm-hmm.
way they're used to doing that to us. They're
They
used to
hate
it.
us. They hate us having inventory over our own bodies, over our own beings, and being just simply being ourselves. They hate it. They detest it.
Yeah, they
But
cherry pick history when
yeah,
it benefits them. When they, 1 minute they know history when it's like why you shouldn't date white men, but if you give them the same type of history, mind you, slavery, they like to say, "Do you remember slavery?" And they're like, "Yeah, I remember slavery when you guys sold us first." They're quiet on
right,
that,
exactly.
and
Because I
then yeah,
They only
they
want
they're
us
quiet
to.
about the
Here's the funny
'60s.
thing about it, KD, is that they are entitled. They have male privilege because it's a male dominated world. But the thing is, the only thing that they have going for them, that's the enigma for them, is racism. That's it. But what we have is that we're women,
mm-hmm.
and we have to deal with racism. We deal with two bad. We
hmm
deal with two things that are on our backs, which is our skin color and our gender. They don't
Right.
have to deal with that.
But we
But
still
in
excel.
Yep, we still
and,
excel, even though we go through those two things.
Mm-hmm.
We still
and,
excel over them, and they hate that.
That's
It's
what I was
that's
saying earlier.
and,
They don't have. Huh? I'm sorry. I'm
no,
interrupting
no.
the
Hey,
host.
hey, ladies. No, I wanted to say this real quick. Yeah, you're right. But it seems like in our society that we uh coddle black men more than
Mm-hmm.
black women. It's
Sure
like
do.
we do. We're
Mm-hmm.
more sympathetic to the men than the
Mm-hmm.
women. Tell me I'm
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
You
No,
know
you're
why,
right.
Brent?
So true.
Hey,
You're
Because
absolutely
Right.
right, Brent.
if you ask
yeah,
them, we weren't slaves right alongside with them. If you ask them,
Oh
you
yeah.
guys, but white men gave black women education. You guys gave black women jobs that we didn't deserve, and nobody did that for us.
Are
Right.
you
Nobody
no,
gave
saying
us
that
anything
yeah.
that we didn't deserve.
Hey,
white
that
men gave them the right to vote before us? Are they forgetting that
Sure
part?
did. Well,
yeah.
they sure did. But the thing was, they were so illiterate they couldn't even vote.
Yeah. Well,
True.
what black women got back in the day, they earned.
Sure did.
Look,
We didn't
and,
even we didn't even have. But hold on, Brent. We didn't even
yeah, go
have
ahead.
women's rights. Women's rights, the suffrage wasn't for black women. That was for white women.
That's
And so
true.
was feminism, was for white women to be
Uh-huh.
equal to white men. We didn't have none of that, and we still excelled through all of that. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm
Mind
saying. Black
you,
women
white
are
women,
resilient.
Sure are.
Yes.
And that's one
white
thing that
women
they
were
envy.
upset. White women were upset at that. They're like, so you're gonna let the N words vote before us? Yeah, there are literally white
Yeah,
women,
they were.
racist white women in the feminist movement. A lot
Hmm.
of them. They're like, you're gonna let these N words, people that were inferior and slaves vote before us. But they love white women. I can't say nothing about that.
Another
I can't
thing
say
is this. I call them out on everything because I see it, and I for some reason I was given like a clear perception as to who black males are. Like for some reason I always understood their pathology. I could just always see who they are regardless of how they portray themselves to be. I never understood why, because I never really dated them until this, what they call this gender war and all this stuff. Now I know the purpose of me being able to see them for who they are.
yeah,
And
you just take a white
it's to
girl.
help wake up other black women and teach other black women that they do not have to settle for less, that they don't have to
Yes.
coddle the people who were supposed to protect them. They don't have to coddle the people who were supposed to lead them, give excuses to them. Black
I'd
men
say
blame.
black man, to get a black man, take a white woman, cut her hair bald, and paint her in chocolate. You get a black man.
Well, you don't even have no. Don't paint her in chocolate. Don't paint her in chocolate. Don't paint her in chocolate.
Uh,
Don't
okay.
Yeah,
don't
well,
paint her in chocolate.
Oh my God.
You can cut her hair though.
Yeah.
they would
They may
listen.
think she look more like a man.
They
Hey,
really cannot stand. I can't emphasize it enough. I want like black women and white men to go out in droves just
Mm-hmm.
to piss them all off.
It's
I do
happening.
too.
It's happening. It's happening.
Hey,
Hey,
Just to spite them.
hey, here's the future I see, and I see more black women, white men getting together, and they're going to be. They already are the power couple, but you're going
Mm-hmm.
to see more success because look, black women adapt and overcome. They have
Yep.
through centuries, right? And white men, we still got a culture where we believe in marriage and family and stuff. I know that's kind of eroding, but when you get us together, it's like we lift up each other. It's like white men show black women love and
Mm-hmm.
they lift them up, and then and black women with their love. And I've always said this: once a black woman touches your heart, you're done. You're not going back. You're going to pursue black women the rest of your life.
the
And
problem with white men right now is they're messing up right now. Like, yeah, they
huh?
want marriage and all that. Problem with white men is that they are literally stuck in a pool of ungrateful women. Like, I don't
Yes,
listen to
that's
Yeah.
true.
ministry and etc.,
Hey,
but they have some points about like unrealistic standard. White women have that a lot. Um, and that's the problem with white men. They're so busy trying to get the right white woman, and they may ungrateful ones instead of them opening up their options
Well,
and more,
yeah.
etc. Yeah, that's the problem
yeah,
with white men, I'd say.
I,
I'll be quite honest.
it
When
is.
But the thing is that they're doing what they're supposed to do. You know, the sad part is that the black men are not doing what they're supposed to do. Each race are it's natural for them to like magnets get together, you
yeah,
know.
that's true.
And black men are attracted to black women, but they associate us with struggle.
Struggle.
And
Mhm.
yeah, they associate our skin tone and our hair with not things that are not good. And if you know that's what they associate us with, and they have this belief system that if they go outside of their race, um the result is going to be better for them. That the
Well,
white women are going to
You,
pick them up and elevate them, and they just think they just think the white women look better on their arm. And I think it's because when they walk, it's gotten to the point where you see them together so much that it's not even shocking anymore. I remember when it was shocking to see a
well,
black man with a white woman. I remember because I was there when it was like when it just started getting more prevalent, in
hey,
the 80s. And
you know
now it's
what?
to the point where nobody cares about them. It's like normal. It's like looking at rainfall, grass
Yeah,
grow. It's like, nothing special about it. But the
but
thing is,
here,
oh, sorry.
yeah, no, here's the thing though. We're finding out, and look, more white men are reaching out for black women because if you look at the stats, did you know that we have a 44% less chance of a divorce
sure
than a
do.
white man and white woman?
Women. Yep. I just did a TikTok video about this. We sure do.
Yeah, and
The
we're
th-
finding a better option. It's like black women love us more than white women, and people say you're
Yep.
crazy. No,
Mm.
I believe that because they appreciate us more, and us as white men, we appreciate black women more than black men do. Those of
Brent,
us that, yeah, go ahead.
I'm
And we're
sorry. I didn't mean to
4%
interrupt.
successful than Asian women and white men. 4% more
The,
successful
you
than
know what
them.
the problem is? The representation of black women hasn't been
Yep.
there. So they've been running amok for decades, putting us in the dirt for
Mm-hmm.
so long
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, when people see black women, they're thinking, well, a black man should know a black woman because he says such these bad things
Nope.
about her.
They
He
have
should
tarnished.
know.
They
So they
have
spent
tarnished.
decades on this campaign of degrading us so
Mm-hmm.
badly, and then there's no representation on TV, magazines, or anywhere to debunk it.
Well, that's
So
changing. That's changing. If you look around, they are showing, if you look at the commercials, you will see now they are showing black men in interracial relationships too, but they are showing so many interracial relationships that involve a black woman with her curly hair, her kinks, her melanin,
Hmm.
and a non-black
Um,
man. They
if
are
if
showing you because people they watch.
Yeah.
um
There is a
can I
shift. There's a shift happening.
um
And
pardon me, I'm sorry, but did you see that Vogue magazine with all those beautiful black women? And there was the photographer was a black man, and he had them dressed drabbed, and he had them in this bland makeup and these old-fashioned clothes, and he did not make those black women look beautiful at all.
well, he's a
As
black
beautiful as they
man.
are, they did
And
not. Hmm?
black women need to learn that black men do not have their best interest at heart. If
I
don't
know,
don't
but they
allow a
chose
black makeup artist to staff.
Vogue.
Don't
Vogue chose that man as the photographer, and that's what he did. And they had that magazine. They were dark skinned black women. They were in dark clothes.
know what he was
Cl-
doing.
Sorry, hello, can you hear me? They were in dark clothes. They're dark skinned, and they were in a dark behind room.
Wow.
What the f? And that was the cover of Vogue
They
representing
are
us.
constantly trying to sabotage us. They have been doing it for centuries. They have been doing it for decades and centuries. Because, and this is what I like to tell people. They like to say, "Oh, black women are the least desired." No, black women are not the least desired. Our image has been tarnished due to our natural and voluntary association with black males. Every single chance that black men get, they tarnish the image of the black woman via music. Now they're doing it via podcast. And that is why it is imperative for Black women to denounce them. They have to not associate with Black men. That's one thing that will help fix our image. Do not associate with Black men. Don't advocate for Black men. Don't protest for Black men, because all that does is tarnish our image.
It
It does.
does. That's the
And
truth.
hey, let me say this: here in the future, and people say I'm crazy, but I see it coming. The standard of beauty one day America will recognize the black woman as a standard of beauty.
Well, they've
Well, you
already
know, it
been
does.
paying
We
millions of dollars to
But
look like us.
Yeah,
the
but
thing
I
it
mean,
but
people are
also
doing it.
but also Brent, if you can hear me, I have one more prediction. You'll see more of this interracial stuff in future TV shows and movies. Just look at Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2. They had a black woman married to a white man in the first and
Mm-hmm.
second Sonic
Mm-hmm.
Hedgehog movie, the live action one that is by Paramount Pictures. And there'll be more of that coming soon. And if you think I'm crazy, how's about I bet a new computer on it for those that think I'm wrong?
You're talking about
Yeah,
to the
right.
contrary, yes.
okay.
And she
You
that's
know
not
what
the
I
only
predict? You know
relationship.
what I predict? I predict that, I predict that more black women are going to start to date all
It's
race of men,
happening.
all
It's
different race of
happening.
Oh
men,
yeah.
like Asian,
Yes.
Asian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see
Yes.
more indigenous men dating
Mm-hmm.
black women too.
It's
I want to see
happening.
more all
It's going to
kinds of
happen. Yes.
different race of men,
Mm-hmm.
dating black women. I want to see that in the future. I think
Mm-hmm.
that would be wonderful. I also wanted to say that I saw a video, and I was surprised by this because I don't usually watch this channel. It's Abba and Preach, but it was a video of like
Oh, I love them.
biracial women. It was biracial women talking about interracial, relationships, and they were talking about how they had a problem with seeing white men with black women.
Mm-hmm.
And when ABBA, I think it was when ABBA was talking to Preach actually admitted that black men have a problem with black women dating out. He said that one time a black guy came up to him and said that a black guy had said he had a problem with seeing black women with white men. And he was like, and then Preach looked at him and said, "Dude, you're weird." You know,
Yeah.
and because of course we know Preach has a wife who's white, so he was
Mm-hmm.
looking at this other black man like, what's wrong with you? Why do you have a problem with black women dating white men? You know, and the black guy couldn't even answer him at all.
Well,
He had no answer for Preach, no answer at all. And I thought that was interesting because even some black men are noticing that. Even some black men even some black men are openly admitting that people in their family and that people they see on like black men in their family and black men they see on the street are actually, admitting to that they don't like to see black women with white men.
well, it stems from that's true. That happens a lot. Even some of one time on Facebook, I'm just gonna share a story. One time on Facebook, this guy told me in a group, he told me that I was going to hell. He told me that my family was cursed because my deceased husband, and he was white, and he told me that I have broken the laws of God and that I have married the seed of. He just threw all type of so-called Bible references in there,
Mhm.
and something told me to look at his page. When I looked on his page, he had biracial kids.
Yeah, right.
So
You
I
know what?
came
That's
back and
not
I told him
uncommon.
it's very hypocritical. I came back and I told him, I said, sir, but you have, I said this, I said a lot, but one of the things I told him was that you have mixed kids. How could you say something like that? How could you call somebody else's child, a demon seed or curse? And he said that God intended for black men to spread their seed amongst all of the nations, or some BS, but that
Jesus
black
said
women
that.
are supposed to solely be for black men. And right then and there, I knew that they were trash. I
Yeah.
knew that they were trash and that they
It's
were
because
hypocritical.
they want to have their cake and eat it too, is what it
And
is.
and it stems from jealousy. If you pay attention, black males are extremely jealous of black women and white men.
Yes.
They are jealous. They don't like to see black women with any non-black man. But if
Hey,
it's a white man, it pisses them off even more.
Um,
yeah.
uh,
Hey,
uh, it's because they think that they're the only ones that are superior.
yeah. Hey,
No, it's because they believe that they own us that we belong. We are their women. We're their women, but they're
They're
not our men. They're
not
not our
women,
men, but
not
Exactly.
we're their
women.
women.
They're property. They don't see, and this is one thing I want Black women to realize. They don't see us as women. They don't see us as human beings. They don't value our feelings. They don't value our needs. They don't value any of that. They see us as property. It's no different than a mural. A
Hey,
mural, if you, huh?
no, hey, I'm sorry. Alexander Brannon, he's been waiting patiently.
Oh, I'm
I,
sorry.
hey,
Hi,
hey, Alexander, welcome, brother. Hey,
Hey, Alex.
it's good to
Hey
see you.
everybody. Hey everybody, how's it going?
Good. How you
good.
doing?
Oh, I'm subscribed to
Good.
this
It's
channel.
going well,
Good,
thank
good.
you.
Oh yeah.
Uh, um, hey, yeah. Um, I also want to say, I also want to say this. When it comes to when it comes to when it comes to you know, because I've seen this on TV shows as well, and like Vincent said, when it comes to like black TV shows, like you know, like and I seen the comments on the on the shows on YouTube, and they say that the light skinned girl is you know is beautiful, but then it's like when it comes to the revolutionary stuff, they they I mean I don't I don't get it, but I do believe that it probably is best, you know, because what is going on here, and I found this out I think a few days ago. The thing of it is, black men think if they cannot have, you know, that certain black woman, that no one else can have them either. And so I think I think the best thing to do is, in my book, I I think because as of right now, black men are starting to get out of control, and there is only
Mhm.
a few of us that is, doing good. And so I think it's best that maybe black women should, you know, separate themselves from black men, because there ain't no telling when we go and get our acts together. There ain't no telling.
There's
Mhm.
it's been centuries and they haven't done it yet, so
Right.
the chances are they're not going to, and they don't want to. But black women are supposed to fix ourselves, but they don't have anything to fix because they're perfect. You see,
Mhm.
they're perfect and we're flawed, and they're undesirable. And now black women are opening up our options and our eyes and our ears, and we're hearing the crap coming out of their filthy mouths, and we can tell how they feel about us because of the music that they write. The
Right.
the music that they write, and when they get their hands on a camera and they get their access to mainstream media, they portray themselves to be these dope dealers and kingpins.
Mhm.
And oh my God, I saw this one movie, and his name was what's his name, Gooding's brother, Omar Gooding. He punched this black woman in the face, and he stepped over her. And all his friends just walked over her and acted like nothing happened. And I could not believe that they had that in a movie. I
Well,
couldn't
it
believe
happens
it.
in real
And
life. So,
and she was advocating for them. She lied to protect them. And he punches her and walks over her, and all his buddies walked over her as well. And that's how they feel about us. When you want to know if they really love us, that's how they love us. We're their doormats, and they don't we don't mean anything to them. We don't mean
We're
anything to them. We
nothing
have
but
no
their property. That's all. We're
That's
nothing but
it.
their property. We're
yeah.
not
So
anybody else, anything to them but property. That's
and they
it.
Miro,
can't stand to see us with other races of men, and they know that their time is running out with us because we're tired of it. We're
Green,
exhausted of it. So
Green.
now they have to suffer the consequences of Black women just, throwing their hands up and be like, "Yo, well, you're on your own now,"
right.
and that's the way it is now. And I don't feel bad about it because they did that to themselves, and they've been doing that to us for a very, very, very long time. And it's about time.
Green.
Yes.
To be quite honest, I don't think it's just the doormats. They try to use you as their beds, their couches, wherever you sleep on, or wherever you walk on. That's what they try to treat you as, or wherever you put your TV on and all that. Pretty much, Black women to Black men, there are like the walls in your home that they could just paint you over, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
I say this.
And I can get like they love their dogs more than they love Black women.
They love
Let's
their
keep it
cars
real.
more than they love Black women.
Black women. Let's keep it real.
They like
do
their
not,
gold
They do
chains.
not.
They're
more than-
J's.
Exactly.
Hey,
They
And,
love
and,
rap
and their
music more than
chains,
they love
and
Black women.
hey,
they like Black and Mild because
okay. Hey, ladies, hey, Black women. Black
Yes.
women, you are the most loving, most loyal group of women on earth.
Mm-hmm.
You are the standard when it comes to women. You are the most beautiful inside and out. Okay, you are. And it's time you put yourself first, and you give yourself to the man that you love, that deserves you. Okay? It's time to make it about Black women because you made it about everybody else and not yourself. You sacrificed for everybody but you. And I know it's in your nature. Look, I'm married to a Black woman. I've been married to her over 28 years, and she'll do anything for me because she loves me. She just has that nurturing, that love, the big heart. And that's in your nature, ladies. And that's a blessing. For many years, it's been your curse because you give it to the wrong men.
Well, we didn't think we had a choice.
Yeah,
we didn't think we had a choice. As far as a lot of us are concerned, we don't even know that anybody else other than Black men like us, and now we know that they don't even like us.
Well, no, not now, because I had to talk.
Not now. It's changed.
I had to talk to some young ladies about this. I posted a video about struggle love, and some young ladies came in talking about what the pickings are slim. And I had to tell them, no, ma'am. I've been able to get 2 non-Black husbands in my less than 4 decades of living. You cannot tell me that the pickings are slim. There are men out here professing their love for Black women.
And
we
they've
are
done.
Go ahead, Brent. I'm sorry. I just get frustrated on that.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, and it frustrates me too because Black women have so much value. And look, these beta kings try to suppress it, try to tell you nobody else wants you, and the only choice you have is them. No. But
who listens to the weakest group of men? That's a problem.
But to answer that, the weakest link.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's you can't. You have to give Black women grace because we have been.
I do.
Yes.
We know from
we have been
from our families, everyone, even that fella that was on that video saying how angry he gets to see a Black woman with a white man. People on the streets don't like it. I was just walking with a white guy. We were just going to the same place at the same time, and I just happened to know him from somewhere. And I was called a bed wench. These guys don't even know me.
Let me ask you something. What did he say to the white man?
They don't say nothing to the white man.
That's the thing.
They just walked right past me and said that, the white guy stopped and turned around. And what I said to him, I said, just keep walking. Just
And
let's go.
hold on, Green Goddess. I also want to say, no, he should have stood his ground right beside you and
He
told that
should
man
have.
Yeah.
off. He
Yeah.
should have been a man and said, "Hey, you don't talk to my woman like that. I'm a
But they don't play with the strong ones. They don't play with
They
the
don't
strong
play
ones.
with the strong white guys, because strong white guys, they don't play that. They
Mm-mm.
don't allow any women that they're with to get disrespected like
That's
that.
right.
They will go in.
Yeah,
They
we
will go
don't
ham.
play that shit.
No,
Yeah, but
thank
the
you,
thing is,
Iverson.
I told him, I said, let's just go. Let's just go, because I'm not the kind of person that likes to see conflicts and things like that. I've seen enough. I've heard enough. And I was just, we got somewhere to, I was like, let's just keep moving. So yeah, he stopped and turned around, but I was like, no, let's just, they're not worth, don't get your hands dirty on those guys. So, yeah, but so that's what we're dealing with. And what would be really nice? It would be, it would be really nice if, if people just showed their appreciation for us, because we don't get that. And I understand a lot of men don't get, they don't get called handsome or admired, but they, we're kind of like that too. I tell my daughter, she's 17. I said to my daughter, I said, you got to tell yourself you're beautiful, because nobody other than me is going to do it.
Hey, you know what, Green Goddess? Let me talk about that. Look, I've been on YouTube, and ever since I've been telling how beautiful black women are, I've been saying black women are the best choice, the most beautiful inside and out. I've professed my love for black women, and black women appreciate that. But these beta kings, they go in on you on this. They want to shut you up. And look, I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to tell the truth. And but they'll try to say, well, you're pandering. Okay, that's the big thing now. If you
was
say
Kevin
black
Samuels
women,
pandering?
huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, was Kevin Samuels pandering?
Yes,
I don't know
They
what
don't
he
have a
was doing.
problem with.
yeah,
They don't
yeah.
have a
Yeah,
problem
he
with
panders to
pandering.
black men. He pandered to black
I
men.
know, but
But
He
they
wanted
don't
that
have a
pussy. That's
problem
what he
with
wanted.
so-called
yeah,
pandering if it's somebody pandering to them and feeding their broken egos.
but
What
but
you do is not pandering.
yeah, but
So,
see, hold on, guys, hold on. But see, the thing of it is I profess my love for black women. I do have love for black women, and it needs to be said. You don't look, and black women feel a certain way because people aren't showing them love. Black men are not going on here and saying, you know what, black women are beautiful, they're awesome, they're this, they got their education, they're good mothers and wives. No, when a black man compliments a black woman, you know what it is? Oh, she's fine. She's got a nice butt. She's 5'5", thick in the thighs. No, I'm serious.
This
But yet
sounds like Dr. Umar.
yeah, no, but that's what black men do. But yet, if us as white men say, you know what, black women are the most loving, they're the most nurturing. I love black women; they're so beautiful, and not just how they look, but the heart they have, the nurturing. You're a panderer. Something's wrong with you. You need to shut up and just go be with your black wife and shut up. Get off YouTube. They've told me this. No, I'm not going to do that. Look, I'm telling the truth. And it's I do have love for black women, and because I see the character in black women. I see black women adapting and overcoming. Look, if they're the most educated, that's got to show character, right? Less resources. And then when we marry black women, guess what? Our marriages last longer. So why would I not love that? Why would I not have love for a black woman out there that shows these character traits, right?
Right.
But they try to separate it from my wife and black women. Like, if I love my black wife, I would shut up and just be with my black wife. Well,
No.
I love my black wife more than any woman on earth. No, I don't love any woman like I love my wife. But I do have love for black women, and it's a different kind of love. it's a love where, I want to see them do good. I want to see them be successful. And they
Yeah.
are. And I admire that they've adapted and overcome with what they've been handed to them, with, you know, within their community, how they're treated. And they still find a way. And look, when I see women like that, who do I want to marry? A woman that's more loving, has more character. That's what I want. And you know what? She don't look like me, but that's okay. She is the best of the best. And more white men or non-black men need to start saying this. We need to have a loud voice. We need to proclaim our love for black women. We need to uplift black women, and we need to tell the women they're the best because they are. We don't need to shut up. These beta kings, they need to just step aside. If you're not going to marry the black woman and take care of her and your children, shut the hell up, move aside, and go be the prize by yourself, because there are men that love black women, and it's time that this shift takes place. It's time that black women get the love, credit, and respect they deserve. And
Can
if a
I
black
say
You know
man
what I
something?
don't
find
do it,
interesting, though?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
find interesting
okay, go
about that
ahead.
video
Mhm.
with that boy talking about he's
Is
gonna
that
attack
Fiber
somebody?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
fiber
How you
ten.
doing
Hey,
That's
today?
fiber
fiber
10.
10.
Privet, dobre utro. Well, not dobre utro, but anyway, so is that boy talked about how he was gonna run up on somebody, looked at his woman, he's gonna do something to him, knowing damn well that boy is not gonna attack a damn person.
Hell no.
Talking all that shit
Hey,
online.
hey,
Because
that
let me
punk
tell you
ass wouldn't
something.
say shit.
A motherfucker changes his mind the first time you hit him in the head. All of a sudden, oh shit, I didn't really want to do all that, but he, talking all that shit online, but he's a keyboard cowboy. He ain't gonna do
Keyboard
shit in real
cowboy.
life.
Yeehaw.
Yeah,
Keep
He's the
that
kind of
keyboard
motherfucker that
going.
roll up to you, act oh he's big and tough, thinking that white folks are scared of him. That boy
You
got a
know,
problem.
They know white
um,
men ain't scared of
So I ain't
them. They
about that
just
shit. You run up on me, you gonna get fucked up.
it's
The,
some that are scared of them, but
he,
most
he,
white men are not scared of black men.
he has a
Yeah.
whole family, and
um,
he says his wife is beautiful.
She's
And
white.
he
Yeah.
he
First
says
off,
his
she's
wife is
Albanian,
beautiful.
so
She's a
like
white woman, but he can't. But black women are renting space in his head because we've always been there for them.
Living
that
rent
We've
guy
free.
don't
always, yep.
understand. Most white men, he's trying to fuck about. He don't understand. You talk all that shit online, but you get fucked up in real life.
Exactly.
you know,
Man, you don't do that in front of you. Try to roll up on fiber 10. That's the end of you. Period.
His
Because
voice
I'm
sounds
that
like he's so
Miller that will
manly.
do some
Right,
shit.
like
yeah, and the fact of the matter is that as of right now, I think it's about time that black women, put their happiness first before black men's happiness, and and I gotta go, guys, because I'm at work. Um, I I will be doing a live at 11:40 when I get home. And so
tonight.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll see you guys then. And Brett, I hope you're able to show up before the live, and and
Okay.
Angel I hope you will
Yeah.
be there too. And
I will most definitely
Hey,
be there.
hey, what time you
I'll
going
be
on,
there,
Alexander?
Alexander.
What time you going on, brother?
11:40.
What time zone are you in? There.
Well, I'm in the east, uh, the southeast. So
Oh, okay. I think you're Eastern time.
Yeah, that's Eastern time.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Thanks for
I
your
I'll be there.
contributions. It was nice
Thank
talking
you,
to you,
Al.
Alexander. Have a
mm,
great
Hey,
Thank you,
evening.
Alexander,
Alexander.
you
you
take
too.
care,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I
I need to get off here too, but I just want to say the one last piece about your statement that you made there, Brent. Not only that, but there are many black men that talk smack about the black woman, even though the black men themselves are single or never been in a relationship. Either they bring their A game or they'll lose, if you know what I mean. What I've just said that because
Right.
they think they're all tough and all that, but like it's like what you said, either bring it or shut the f up.
That's it. And these beta kings, look, guys, look, they're more bark than bite. This clown.
Oh, I know damn well. I grew up in a black
Yeah,
community. That's all that barking shit don't do nothing.
yeah. I
Get my
mean,
face. We're gonna see what's up.
yeah. And when they know you're serious, he'll back off. I don't.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's that keyboard shit. He just I'm
Yeah.
gonna do some shit. And he's just
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
in
get
reality,
ya.
he just gonna look and keep his knees in the breeze and keep
Yeah, they've
stepping.
already lost
He ain't gonna
their
do shit.
solar eclipse, but I need to bring a package back to the UPS store because I got a knock on my door earlier this afternoon and got a package that isn't even towards me there, so I have to bring it back to the UPS store and let them know that that's not me. But either which way, you guys have a great rest of your night, and happy to have met all you. And I'll be there for your stream there tonight, there, Alexander. And till next time, you take care.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you,
Hey,
Angel.
Thank you.
Talk
No
to you
problem. Have a
later.
great time.
TG
Thank
Wolf.
you.
Okay. Hey guys, it's good to have you on. Everybody, Fiberton, good to see you, brother. No Dust,
course,
good to have
brother.
you on.
Glad to
Kevin,
be here.
DK, good to see you, young lady. Green Goddess,
Excitement.
Unapologetic Scorpio, young lady.
Hey,
It's
hey,
good to hear
hey.
from you. I'm glad
Knock.
you came on. I've been
Remember,
missing you.
Fiverton. I know. I miss everybody, but I've been just so
Yeah.
busy working, and I'm just tired all the time. So I go straight to bed after work.
Yeah, I hear you. But hey, this was a good. I enjoyed this show. I gotta go. Me and my brother are hooking up, and we're gonna have family time.
Oh,
Me,
that's
my
nice.
wife, and my
You have a
brother and
good one,
his
Brent.
wife. Yeah, you too, Fiberton.
All
Uh,
right.
and
Well, it was
thank you
really
for.
nice to be here, and thank you for having me.
Oh, no
Okay.
I'm
problem. You're
glad
always
I
welcome.
finally caught a live.
Oh yeah, hey,
It was nice
hey,
meeting you, Green Goddess, and No
Thank
Dust
you.
Zone. It's nice
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 to
meeting
meet
meeting
all
you
all of you
y'all.
too.
guys.
You ladies take it
Thank
easy.
you, ladies,
All
gentlemen.
right.
You have a good
hey,
Take it
night.
easy, everybody.
hey, thank you so much. It's good to hear you, ladies and gentlemen. It is. Hey, you know what? Ladies, go for the best option. You are the best option. You deserve the best option. Okay, and that comes in different colors, but you choose what's best for you. It's about you. Make it about you, ladies. Black woman,
Thank
you are
you.
the standard of beauty. You are the most beautiful woman on earth, both physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You are the best.
Thank
Okay.
you. You have a good night, gentlemen.
And
You,
ignore all those
thank you so
keyboard
much.
cowboys online because they ain't gonna do shit anyway.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy listening to that guy.
It
It's
is.
like Jesus Christ. Anyway, you have a good day, brother.
You too, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you soon on the next live. I enjoyed the show. Panel was great. I went longer than I thought I was going to, like I usually do when we get a panel, but it just so awesome. You guys are awesome. You guys are beautiful. I tell you what. And ladies, hey, the shift is coming. Black women, look, it's time that it's about you. It's time that you take your place as the most beautiful woman on earth. It's time. You know, it's time you put yourself first. Okay. And but anyway, thank you so much. God bless you and your families, and I'll see you soon. Have a good night. God bless.